last time. So welcome back. I hope we are now officially beginning. So we'll when we replay this video, we'll put a timer on here that everything till that point was me gibbering, and now the official gibbering. Welcome to this class. I'm thrilled that you're back. If you had the chance to go over the previous stuff, because some things I'm sure you got straight away last time, there will be other things that you think, yeah, I have to go back and listen to that again. Let me try the exercises again. Buster's back. My goodness, he knew. I'm not going to show you him, but Buster is back, just here. Going back over these things, especially if some of the things were really new behavior for you. I mean, as we talked about, we're all creatures of habit. And once you've been doing that habit with breathing or posture or stress or what you do when you play high or how you're feeling, it's really hard to change that, you know. But you're motivated enough. Buster's looking at me to say, what's going on? Buster, go away. You're motivated enough to be here. And I think from what the reaction I've got, many of you have been practicing, learning some new skills, working on being relaxed, working on your posture. It's amazing. I think 3 or 4 of you mentioned this posture thing that makes playing important. It makes it strong and helps you to relax. The position of the arms. The spaces. If you're new to the classes from 2 weeks ago, this one, and this one, you have to allow free passage of the air. And if you have tension, maybe all 3 of those spaces are less than they should be, less open than they should be. Now, if you play high brass, and I see Jamie, I saw you were there, trumpet players, of course, trumpet players use spaces, but our low brass spaces, our conical instrument spaces, are really going to help our lips vibrate freely. Okay, so we need to breathe deeply and strongly and never with tension. It's really hard to play nicely and freely if we have that tension. So these are going over the habits that we talked about and your motivation to come back and go to the next level. The focus on these 3 classes is how we use the skills and the feeling that we're working on to positive musical benefit, rather than just, you know, I think my fingers are faster. Yeah, but it's not interesting. I think I can play higher. Yeah, but what about your sound? What about your expression? So this week I try using technique today, lyrical pieces tomorrow, and rhythm on Saturday to make sure that all are integrated into the grand scheme of making more beautiful music. And that's your biggest motivation. You know, you've got no band rehearsals, you've got no competitions coming up. So what motivates you to practice? It's that inner passion that I like the feeling of playing a brass instrument, and I certainly like it more when I play better. And I've never had a situation where I haven't had a concert for 3, it's probably going to be over 4 months, but I still get up as if I have a concert that day or tomorrow, because that's in my system. I can't change that. I do drink quite a lot of gin in the evening. Sorry, edit that bit. There are other aspects of our behavior that have changed, of course, but if your love of music and your connectivity with that and a brass instrument is strong, then you can actually use that time. So what motivates you? It's inside. We've got no band rehearsals. There's a few kind of online band stuff going on, but that's wonderful. Now, what about changing your habits? Because this is how we're going to start today, is thinking about, and this is why I posed the question on the Euphonium Club, what has changed in the last 2 weeks or since we started talking about this? I hope a positive attitude. You look forward to playing your instrument. Your practice session, I hope, is organized. You have a nice music stand, you have a glass of water, you have a metronome, you have a pencil, all those things that made you a tradesman, a craftsman in your chosen instrument sphere. And the competitions are this little extra motivation. We'll talk about that at the end. A behavioral therapist reckons that it takes 21 days of constant thought to change your behavior. Now I reckon it's been 12 days since I've seen you. So if you feel that you're now doing things naturally in a better way, then that's wonderful. You're ahead of the curve. I hate to use that expression. You've probably heard that a lot. You're ahead of the normal kind of behavioral thing because you can, because you're focused and you have time to be focused. So for the rest of us, and many messages I got last night, is like, I feel it's getting better, but it's not natural yet. Especially the relaxation. Because with all the stress in the world, this damn virus and worrying about other people and your parents and your job and your income, it's very easy to actually spend these 3 weeks with time, but with tons of stress. So see your musical instrument playing as an island of tranquility, but an island that has a theme park on it, and that's you getting better, okay, every day. And some people said, look, I feel better, but I don't know how to organize my practice. So that's going to be a little bit of a focus. And today we're going to look at some technical exercises that you've been practicing. We're going to remember about posture, about relaxing, about spaces, and about breathing. So I want us to think about that, and everything that we're going to do is towards making more beautiful music, rather than going to the gym to get strong or running to get your physical stamina. It's about making music. Everything we do is to play easily, with clarity, with interest, with contrast, with color, light and shade, all the beautiful things that go to make up a musical performance. So let's start, folks, with some warming up. I know some of you, 6 a.m. in America, you probably haven't had a chance to do anything apart from probably not even get dressed. Why should you? It's a one-way thing here. So sit, good posture, 2 seconds in, 4 seconds out. You remember, I hope you've been doing it. Silent in, low, and a controlled 4 seconds out. 2-4, 2-6, 2-8, continuously. Here we go. Recovery breath. Now, because of what we have to do today, we don't have time to go through all the things that we did before. I'm sure you've got a good memory. I know some of you have written things down, but the breathing stuff we did in the first lesson 2 weeks ago is really, really important. We'll do one more, which is we'll do it continuous. 1 extra, 2 extra, 3 extra. If you're watching for the first time, join in if you think you feel the pattern. Relax. Some of you have bought the breathing gym since I last seen you. That's a good book. It elaborates on the exercises. It has more elaborate stretching. But you know, you should really do that before you play. Don't play for 10 minutes and think, oh, I forgot to breathe. Right from the first moment of each day. And the spaces and the posture. Wonderful. Okay, let's take the mouthpiece. Let's see how you're buzzing. Remember on the first time we met, we associated with singing and playing on the mouthpiece. Buster sitting outside, refusing to go away. Well, too bad, buddy. Okay, try that together. Going up a step. One more. Feel the connection. And so on. Go up, go down. Some arpeggios. So you can sing, you can do some air arpeggios as well. Okay, take your instrument, folks. Hope you've got all the water out before we start. Of course I have. What a teacher. Right, listen carefully. And we complete the C scale. Concert B flat, treble clef C major. Here we go. Mezzo forte. Good sound. Spaces. 1, 2. Let's come down, then we'll talk about it. Bottom. 1, 2. Good. When you do breathe, and this is a little bit quicker than we did it last time. Breathe like a giant. And not a noisy giant, or the Little Red Riding Hood. No, this is a big silent giant where you open up the spaces and the air rushes in. Really, really important. Okay, let's go down. C to F sharp, treble clef. 1, little attack. 3. Euphoniums, if you have a fourth valve, please use it. Little more, one breath, slightly bigger tone. 1, 2, breathe. Right, I hope you've been practicing your chromatic scales, because that chromatic exercise from Philip Spark is hard. Is hard. Here we go. F sharp, chromatic scale, 1 octave, starting on low F sharp. 1, 2, 3. On G, 1, 2, 3. On A flat, 3, 4. On A, 2, 3. Let's try B flat. Got 2 to go. B natural. Good sound through it, and on C. Now I start with chromatic scales because it seems to be, from my experience, the one scale that people kind of skip, or they try forget it. No, don't forget it. Okay. Well done. Let's come down from C. Okay, so now we're going to play each note with a little accent. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4. 3, 4. Work on the fingers. Every note the same. And the F sharp. Now, you can do nice and relaxed, or you can challenge the speed. These are all part of the warm-ups, okay? When people say, what should I be practicing? Well, we talked about organizing things into discipline, you know, finger exercises, breathing exercises, single tongue, double tongue, flexibility, long tones, all these things. You should make a list of those and try to cover 2 or 3 of them every practice session. Doing everything every day is, well, unless you've really got 6 hours and no other commitments and a lip of steel, maybe you have now, it'd be wonderful. Try to cover 2 or 3 of the technical things every day. You need a method book. You can use these exercises, but of course these are from Arbon, from Philip Spark, Super Studies book, and many people have other books, Clark books, Visuti books. Yeah, I'm not going to start listing all of them because there's tons. Mises Technicals, those I'll be in trouble. Okay, so I think we're warmed up now, and I want us to look at the first of the exercises that I gave you. If you haven't printed it out and you can access your computer, that would be fine. John, you're asking about, is it on YouTube? It will be by about 1 o'clock UK time, so that's fine. So guys, no complaints about the sound, which is wonderful. Arpeggios, okay? The building blocks of the music that we play. Now, I hope you've practiced them. I know many of you have. You post pictures of this page. What tempo should we start? Well, not a tempo where you're liable to trip up. Okay? Nobody likes like running into a wall. What's the point? Let's make sure we know what we're doing. So, let's work on the first bar. I hope you've all got your instruments there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, same. Look at the articulation. If you're going, I can't tell whether I'm slurring or tonguing. Da, 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 da. So let's work on some clean articulation. Even if your tongue is slow, you have a type 3 tongue, some confessed, that's too bad, but we can work on it, no problem. Second bar. 1, 2. Every note, nice quality, okay? No accents, again. And. First bar and the second bar continuous. 1, 2. There we are. Beautiful sound. As you start the first note, don't rush into it. Okay, if you take a good breath, that golf swing, boom, you're going to love the first sound. It's going to feel good. It's going to settle you. Let's try bars 3 and 4, which is together. 1, 2. So which note should you be focusing on? Definitely the first note and probably the middle of the bar. Bum 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 ba, and let your eye look at it. Don't look at the shape and go no. Bum bum. Okay, let's play the first 4 bars together at that tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, once more, a little faster. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, let's try the last 4 bars starting on G. Slower tempo. 1, 2. Keep the air free. Don't let it become, because that sounds to me that everything is closing up. Okay? Now, beginning to end at a slow tempo. In one breath. One breath. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So you can feel that like pendulum. Okay, let's go a little faster. For those that play for fun, come on, this is going to be fun, but hopefully not too difficult. Certainly not in this key. 1, 2, 3. And one faster tempo, okay, lighter, clear articulation, dee-dum, bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dum. Focus on the notes you need to focus on. 1, 2, 1. Okay, let's try the second one. First 4 bars. Okay, we're not going to do every note of every exercise, but I'm sure you've practiced these and you may have got to a certain level. You may have got the notes, but you're not happy with the sound, in which case you need to work on that rather than okay, first 4 bars of the second one. F, starting on treble clef F. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if the A starts to feel a bit high, ensure that you're not closing down. Everything you ever play is melody. Sometimes it's a little bit disguised. Right, let's play the whole of number 2 at a slow speed. And if you need to get a little bit louder as you go higher, it's fine. Once you're comfortable with it, try and compensate so that all the notes, there's no crescendo written, so let's try not to. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see if you've been practicing. Third one on B flat. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Pretty good. E flat major. What do you mean you left this one out? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Activate the fingers. Okay, 1, 2, 1. Okay, and the last one. Good first note to start. It'll set you off well. Stay open. And a beautiful last note. Shall we have a go? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if you did it faster than that, fine, but make sure you know whether you've got all the notes even. For now, di-ya-da, 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 di-ya-da. You could try. You could try a more rhapsodic version, but I think you need to get the nuts and bolts of the technique in first. Is that okay? Mixed intervals. In my Arbon, it's page 125. I always used to remember that page number. In some Arbons, the paging is different, but I remember the very first lesson I took with Trevor Groom in Kettering. I was 17 years old, and we both did some little warm-ups together at the end of the YP Hall, and Trevor was going and there was a guy whose sound I'd idolized for years, and he was bum 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 bum, almost like it was a timpani solo. And he explained to me that that's how we like to play that exercise. So you will know how you've played it, probably, and hopefully very fluently. So you need a good breath. It is marked with a repeat. The low one, the first one, is hard because of the low G. Fourth valve euphoniums if you have it. The second one is hard. So we'll concentrate for now on the first two. Okay? We will do the repeat. When you breathe, bum 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 bum, wherever you decide, and you may have to take 2 breaths or 3 breaths even. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I'm going to put the metronome for this. The metronome, my little friend here. Maybe bum, 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 bum. Let's go down a little bit. I don't want to alienate anyone. So this is 80. And this is the first one. Here we go. With repeat. And a good last note. 1, 2, 1, 2. How'd you get on? I'm sure, if you're playing, I'm sure most of you kind of kept with me, but the question is, were there any of the notes that didn't ring true or weren't as... Thank you, my friend. You may be quiet. Were there any that weren't as good as the others? Quite possibly. And as the tempo comes up, as you try the other ones, make sure that all the low notes are the same. I hope you're not turning off. Let's check the numbers. No. Good. So, bim, bum, bum. The low ones are quite tough for that reason, to get good articulation. And similarly, if you've got the whole book, we still want to get that nice scalic line once we get to the final one, which is the high one. So let's try the second one. This is going to kind of lead us on to some finger exercises, I guess, as well. So don't forget the G flat. Very easy to forget G flats. A very underestimated species. G flat. Boom, boom, boom. Let's try it. Take a breath. 1, 2, 3. G flat. Good sound. G flat. D flat in tune. Repeat. Even sound. Breathe positively. Concentrate here. Okay, well done. Give your hands a little shake. I wonder how many of you have done this exercise. Boom, 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 boom. All this training, you can do a lot of this without. All right, so let's just try that second one once more. Everybody's with me. Hi Doreen, hi Liz, hi Yvonne, hi lots of people. Okay, so this is the one that starts on low A flat. And we're going to just go a little faster. I want to challenge everybody here. If you can do it in one breath, my congratulations. Let's have a go. 1, 2. Okay, did you manage to do it in one breath? Yes, of course, you silly fool. Well done. I'm sorry, I just thought I should mention it. Good. So try all of them. Bum bum dun 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 dun, and look at the music. When you think you know it, look away. Look around the room. Not everything we do has to be laser focused on a piece of paper. Okay. Once you learned your scales. So good luck with those. That's exercises in mixed intervals. Let's go on to the urban running. Okay, this is a nice one. So this is number 14. Let's just try it. Air and fingers, tongue and fingers. So no sound. I want you to try and... just the first line or so, or up to the double bar. Okay, air and fingers. You know, if you're pressing the right fingers down. Check your finger position, okay? Check that the fingers are nicely centered, that the fingers are not going to jump off the vowels too much. Keep a good posture. Stay relaxed. I know it's quite hard, but you getting tense is not going to help. So, chill out. Here we go. 1, air and fingers. Great. So the last thing you want is when you get up to the high notes to have hesitation about the fingers. That has to be already sorted out. So let's try it slowly together as far as the double bar. If you need to breathe, it's okay. Let's make the dynamic somewhere around mezzo piano. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's try to get the staccato notes just a little bit cleaner, clearer. They're not accented. It's not. But they do have to be short and give complete balance to the smoothness of the legato notes. And don't play these too loud. Okay, this is one of the exercises. It's just running. You know, not many people run with their arms up above their heads. I personally don't do that. Compact. Here we go. 1, 2, same, 2, 3. Brilliant. Most of you brilliant. Did you do it in one breath? Because then you forgot. If you breathed every bar, then unfortunately that's not going to work for you. You should be able to do that in one breath. You really, really should. Okay, let's try it once more. Stop at the double bar. 1, 2, 1, one breath. Wonderful. Well done. Now, when we do it for real, and then ideally you take enough air to get you all the way down, including so there's a challenge. We haven't done a lot of time on, spent a lot of time on quick breaths. This could be something you practice again away from the instrument. So if you think of half beat, try that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to go 2 bars of breath with a half beat breath. So it's going to be very important for technical exercises, because you don't want to take a picnic lunch and eat it every time there's a quaver rest, you know. So this is a skill, another one of our skills. Try it. 2 bars, we breathe at the end of each second bar, you know, like I did. 1, 2, 3. Okay, not too bad. Right, more air. Fortissimo air, faster time. Okay, shorter breath. 1, 2, 3. How'd you feel? Oh, I feel just fine. Thank you very much. You know, it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay, sorry. Stay calm. If you're breathing low, here, be no problem. If you're breathing here, even 2 of those, you're going to feel a bit uncomfortable. Right, let's start. And come down, okay? That's our start note. Halfway through exercise 14. Are you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Too fast? Yes. Slightly slower. You may have to breathe. Same place. 1, 2, 3. So be faithful to the articulation. I know it's quite hard for the fingers. Right, we're going to go all the way through. Where is the music, Steve? Shirley, unbelievable. I printed this on the Euphonium Club page on Monday. Everything is there. So you have to scroll down. Oh dear, that's a little disappointing. So this is page 2 of the technical exercises. If you come to this late, they'll be on the Euphonium Club page. You can either read from your computer or iPad or just print them off as I've done. Okay? Once more, here we go, all the way through with that quick breath in the middle. 1, 2, 3. How'd you get on? Okay, if you don't have the music for some reason, you haven't printed it out, then the way that we're approaching these is the way that you can play a lot of Arban type exercises with discipline, with good articulation. Think of the phrasing, keep the sound even, make the fingers work hard and stay relaxed. Right, we'll have a quick look at number 15. Okay? It's on the youth page, Shirley Wilson. Steve Adam, my page 2 is a fingering chart. Well, I'm not sure what you're looking at. It should look like this on the Euphonium Club from Monday. All the exercises that we do, the technical ones today, the lyrical ones tomorrow, Friday, and the rhythmic ones on Saturday. So these are the ones you've been practicing. Okay, I do my best for you. I do my best. Number 15. Shall we try it once together? The slow speed. It's quite hard. All these E flats and Ds. Use your 4th valve on the Ds if you can. It's a good habit. Okay. I'm covering up. I can always see myself watching, playing like 5 seconds behind. It's very weird. So let's try it. Ba da da ba da da ba da da dee. And we want. I don't mind if you go. If it helps to keep you in time, and if it helps ba da dum be da dum ba, almost like creating some energy, that's fine. But you will have to concentrate on the E flats, especially as we come down into the range. And at the end. And I think a little rallentando into the last part is good. Let's see if we can get there. If you need to take out a beat or two for a break or work out where you are, that's fine. All right, try and get fluency and try them all in different keys as they are in the Arban. Great, here we go. This is number 15 of technical exercises, page 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well done. So that's a good target speed. In the beginning, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, be-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, be-da-dum, and then tie up 2 bars, 4 bars. Top speed, just try the first line like that. Come on, take a challenge. Can you do this? Got your running shoes on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so have a go at that. There's limitless possibilities for these exercises. Okay guys, we're now going on to an exercise called triplets, which is from a wonderful book by Philip Spark called Super Studies, or Skillful Studies. One of the books. I'll let you know for sure. I wrote to Philip, I said, do you mind if we use these? And he wishes everybody great success, and he's very happy that we used. This is the first half of the exercise. Okay, so it's written here, which of course is one of the options that we have for triple tonguing that many of you say you've been practicing. And the other one is which is what I personally prefer, through historic reasons that we talked about. Choose one. Okay. Let me play the first couple of lines, see if we can get it nice and precise. And when you get to the breath marks, da da dee da da. Now, if you prefer to do 4-bar phrasing rather than 2-bar phrasing, that's okay. But when you do breathe, nice and relaxed. Nothing da da dee da da, because it's not going to feel nice for you. Try and make that space, even if the first time through, ba da dee da da, you know, just stretch that breath. There's no piano accompaniment, there's no conductor staring at you, you know, make it comfortable and then see if you can get that quality air, da da dee da da, in a faster breath, like the fast breath techniques we looked at. Okay, shall we try it together? Big change of key, 3 lines before the end. Okay, we plunge into E flat major. And we'll make the last bar the end for us. Shall we have a go? If in doubt, put a little accent on the first of each beat rather than you shouldn't be, for me, exaggerating the last note of each beat. It'll roll very nicely and contrast it with beautiful legato. Let's try it all the way through. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well done. I say, like I always say, well done, because I'm hoping many of you tried it. I'm seeing lots of little likes and things as we go through. That's probably people that are not trying it. The idea of this is not a concert or a home recital. There's lots of those going on. This is just us working together on some approaches to technical exercises. Tomorrow, lyrical exercises. So this is 3 lines before the end where we change key. Let's just work on those 2 bars. A good crotchet, a good quarter note. Da-ga-da-da-ga-da-dum, 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 da-ga-da-da-ga-da-dum. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. So really positive finger change. You're so busy. Sometimes we can miss the move. 1, 2, 3. And if yours sounds like this, then you've tightened up here. Just try that with me. Once medium speed, once fast speed. So the quality of your air, remember the tongue is like a fish swimming in the water. Take the fish out of the water. That's what we hear, that's what we feel. So let's play it. Medium speed, one time, those 2 bars. And then fast speed, those 2 bars. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well done. So if you need to work on that, that's hard. There's nothing particularly tough about the fingers there. It's just, I would set a metronome speed in the beginning. That's 92. Okay, 92, 88, somewhere around there. And then working up in increments. This is 3 increments later. This is 108. I would say your target really should be 116. Maybe not. And of course everything happens quicker. And it helps you think quicker, which is good at the moment because there's a danger that we will get a little crazy with the lack of routine and lack of detail that we do in our normal jobs or when we're traveling. So it's really good to get the brain think quicker. Sometimes I've played a piece or a concert and somebody said, I can't even think that quick. How do you even, and we work up to it by familiarity, by increasing it, and it's very good for us. And I love the challenge of that. Okay guys, so now we are going to look at my printer doesn't like my phone. Well, there's lots of sad stories. Any tips on improving the speed of the second to last bar? I think if you really want to go faster and you use the metronome as a like a coach. Okay, let's go a little faster. The other tip I would give, who asked that question? Jeffrey, is don't over tongue. As soon as the tongue is working too much, traveling too far, it's going to stop. You need to reduce the movement. And it will really come, but slow speed and a more flatter style of triple tongue rather than that should get the speed up, and then once you've got the speed you can then do what you want in terms of dynamic. Alright, one of the hardest exercises today is the finger twister number 2, also by Philip Spark. So this is a combination of chromatic and non-chromatic legato playing. So I know some of you found this difficult. There's a couple of bars I had to practice a few times, and because I don't want to make a fool of myself if I play it. 3 bars, 3 lines before the end. Second bar. G flat, F flat. Not often you see those little buddies together. And the other thing important with this one is remember the sharps and flats at the beginning of the bar. Because as I was playing this through, I was thinking, a lot of people are going to miss, that's still an A flat. that's still an F sharp. So as we go through now slowly, for example, third beat begins with F sharp, not da 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 da, ba da 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 da. It's amazing to me how many people forget accidentals that have occurred earlier. They carry through until the next bar line, back to what's in the key signature. So shall we have a go at this? If you haven't printed this out yet, then feel free to go back and play it along with this segment of the chat later on, okay? So, Finger Twister number 2 by Philip Sparke. What a lovely man, what a brilliant composer. Not one of his finest compositions as such, it's not going to be a test piece, although you can always recognize little bits of Philip Sparke in his music. Amazing. And some when you come across these, don't don't tongue them. Try to get the exercises you've done with the flexibility to keep nice and firm. Let's try the first line, guys, yeah? Slower than that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you make it okay? Let's try it in one breath. 2 bars in one breath. 1, 2, 3. So it's not particularly expressive. It's a technical exercise, but it's not. That's what you do in your garden shed with some spare pieces of wood and a hammer. So, it makes you feel good about playing this because, yes, it's helping your fingers, but everything is music. Okay, with a musical feeling. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, and now a long descending line that has a pattern. Let's try it slowly. 1, 2, 3. Ya da da dee da da, E flat da da, D flat da 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 da, dee da da dee da da da. I'm sure you did remember those notes, but don't forget. The notes carrying through. Let's try it once more together. 1, 2, 3. And if you feel you need to put it's okay for now. We can remove that. But if it helps to keep you in the right place, then that's great. First line in one breath, second line in one breath. From the beginning. 1, 2, 3. Well done. So again, if you need to play it slower than that, it's okay. But don't change tempo on easy bits and difficult bits. Set up a tempo that you can manage, and that creates a sense of achievement, which will take you to the next tempo. Otherwise you'll think, I will leave that page. No, please don't. Let's have a look at line 3. Now try it. 3, 4. Little faster, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well done. It's okay, I hope. You can try dotted rhythms if you want, or swing tempo. Not just for fun, because what this is doing is mapping that musical shape in your brain, and you create a 3D image of it, so that the brain goes, we got it. It just looks at the first note, yep, we got this line, we got it, don't worry, you've taught me very well. As if the brain could talk. Well, it can, but that's a confusing subject for another time. But change the rhythm. Change the rhythm, boom, ba-dum, ba-dee, and then when you play ba-da-da-da-dee, mysteriously, it's like ironing a pair of trousers or a shirt, the creases have gone. Lovely feeling. Fourth line. Articulate dee-da-da-da-dee-da if you need to. Ba-ba-bum. Okay, slower if you can. 1, 2, 3. Once more. 1 and 2. Once more, a little faster. 1, 2, 3. Let's try line 3 and line 4. Yeah? 1, 2, 3. All right, again, probably a speed for some of you, ba-da-dee-yum, ba-da-dee-yum, ba, but go for a regular pulse. Be-a-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-dee-a-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-dee-a-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now there's 2 lines that are worth investigating. I'm a little bit worried the time because I'm talking a lot and it's 11:57. So we'll just finish this, guys, and then we'll talk about the competition, just to give you some tips on a few things. So we are now looking at the 4th line from the end and the 3rd line from the end. Okay, let's try it together slowly. 1, 2, 3. Okay, did you forget any notes? Notes carrying through the bar line? Very easy to do that. It's unbelievable how many of my students, even at the RNCM, why did you play the E flat? It's supposed to be E natural. Oh, yeah. So, I know it happens. Let's try it once more. 1, 2, same, and B flat da da do da do di do 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 di do 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 di da da do 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 di da da do ba do do di di do 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 di di da. Check out that last bar. So the C flat and the E flat, treble clef pitch, in the 3rd beat carries through. A flat, C flat, E flat, A flat in the key signature. You could spend a nice afternoon making friends with that bar, shaking its hand. Hey, you and I need to talk. How are you getting on? Yeah. I've really enjoyed meeting you. Thank you so much. And let's play the last 2 lines together. Not too fast for our fun players. Last 2 lines. 1, 2, 3. Just the last line. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then your challenge is to play it perfectly from beginning to end at a speed of your choosing. And what a great sense of satisfaction when you get to the end with no mistakes. Okay, and that's a motivator. That's is like, okay, well, let's try some more of these. Let's try something a little bit different. Let's try it faster. Brilliant, guys. So tomorrow, look, these have only been, of course, a sample of the technical exercises. If you have a good method book, Brass Jim, Mises Technicals, which has huge range. Arban, of course, any of the Visuti books, just be patient. You can't do everything in a day. You know, the old Rome wasn't built in a day thing. But set yourself some challenges. Take a piece of paper. Right, I'm going to try this one. This looks interesting. Boom, boom. Pick 8 exercises for the day. Similar to what we've done. We've done with 4 here. The problem with the almond, it's that big, and you open it, and it goes, bleh, and it goes, oh. So it becomes, you know, it's like saying run up Mount Everest, you know, in barefoot. It can look like a challenge that you just don't want to take on. So make friends with exercises in different chapters. Make sure you're covering all the technical disciplines that you know you need to do every day. If you're seeing this for the first time, please go back and look at some of the earlier sessions from 2 weeks ago. Different finger exercises, finger positioning, keep the eyes open, stay relaxed. I want to talk about the competition now, ladies and gentlemen, because time's almost run. We now have different age groups, as you can see, because I had a plea, especially from one or two of you slightly older. So now we have 16 and under will play the beautiful Serenade by Schubert. Now, try do some listening, you know. All these pieces have got recordings out there you can find. Not too worried about bar's rest, it's okay. But I'm really interested about the beautiful sound you make. You can record this on a mobile phone. If you have something fancier, that's okay. That's okay. If you've got something, even with a microphone, it's not cheating. The one rule I make for all of you, please don't edit. Some of you have got GarageBand, and you may have made some very skillful videos where you can micro-edit all the wrong notes out and replace them with good ones. There's no point. There's no point. This competition is for you, rather than artificially create something. You go, it took me 3 hours to sew it together. Everything in one take. You can play things as many as you want before you send them to me. It's fine. So under 16 and under, that beautiful Schubert Serenade. Oh, that's such a beautiful piece. It looks simple, but it's not so simple. 17 to 35. You're going to have the Allegro Vivace. So normally, most people will play it around that tempo. Some people have said, can you play it slower? Of course, because if you can't play it at that speed, you know, I don't want you to feel you have to do that. But rhythm, oh my goodness, I'm expecting random long notes of indeterminate length. No! So each bar, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And please look at dynamics. Check all the notes carefully. And it's still melody. It's not just... It's not that. It's a beautiful dancing melody from a very, very famous piece. 36 to 60. There was a new age group here. The beginning of the last movement of the Horowitz Concerto. The key is in the subtitle. Scherzando con eleganza. Playfully, like a joke. Not too much like a joke. Con eleganza. So this has to go beyond the notes. You know, the notes are... That's the notes, but that's not the style. So I want you don't just play it twice and record it and say, there you are. Think about the details. And that last line. Some lots of detail there. And then my friends, my elderly friends, I'm nearly in this bloody category myself. 2 years' time. I wish I was, because the Wilhelm is a beautiful piece. He wrote this for me in 1997. He sadly passed about 5 years ago, I think. Lovely man, Rolf Wilhelm, German composer from Bavaria. Don't play too fast, okay? Bum bum bim bum bim bum bum, and a little bit contrasting. You have some trills there. And then very tasty, please, on the last two bars. Really nice music. Now, some people have asked me, could they change age groups? So one lady asked to be 16 and under. So, yes, you can. I mean, to be honest, this is for you to get feedback from me, and I'll give all the feedback by Monday after this competition. And of course, I'll link it together with what you did in the Swan, for those of you that took part. This is for you to challenge yourself, okay? I can't give a first prize to somebody who's 45 years old and beats all the young kids that are going to have a go. You understand that, but you'll get the feedback if you want to switch age groups. So it's okay. If you send me your video and I'll guess your age from what you're playing, you know. If you switch category, could you just say, I switched? Then I'll know. So I don't want you to play a piece that's really difficult. Similarly, it's not fair in a competition that you beat somebody who's in the correct age group. Hope you understand that. No editing, give it your best shot, and as long as I get everything by late afternoon on Friday, it's fine. If you want to send it today, it's okay. But if you've got time to practice it, get it really good. I think that's better for you. Send it, as I explained in the instructions. If you have a YouTube account, many of you do, list it as unlisted, send me the link, I can watch it. If that's all too much, try and send it to onestevenmead@gmail.com. And if that's too much, just send it as a Facebook message. But some of these pieces are a bit longer, and you may find that you can't send it like that. The file will be too big. So I think that's it for now, folks. It's been great seeing you all again. I think I've gone on a bit longer. 12:08, not too bad. So have a wonderful day. If you've got any questions which are really urgent, send them now, and I'll get back to you. Enjoy your practice. We're living in crazy times, and every time we turn on the radio or the news, we can put our head in our hands and think, oh my goodness, what about this? When are we going to go back to work? Let your playing an instrument be a little island of tranquility, a haven of personal excellence that you can work at during this time. In terms of structuring your practice, I would recommend, if you have time, 3 short sessions during the day. Minimum half hour each would be great. If it's 2 sessions, try and do an hour each session. Most of the technical stuff in the first session, and the more musical, lyrical, competition-y stuff this week in the second session. And if you have a third session, then use that for other skills, the transposition, learning new pieces, learning to lip trill, learning pedal tones, learning to triple tongue better, etc., etc. So we're all different, you know. Somebody could write to me and I could say, here's your plan. It may be a different plan for somebody else, you know. It may be a plan that's based on you just working on a beautiful sound. Play some hymn tunes, you know, play the long tone exercises. I've done that a lot. It's weird for me because, you know, with no concerts, I just play and learn new pieces, go back over old pieces, and set myself some challenges in the distance, you know. Captain Tom Moore is 100 years old today. It's amazing, isn't it? You've seen him, he's raised nearly £30 million for charity. So think about what he's done at the age of 100. He's been made an honorary colonel today, I hear, so that's amazing. Happy birthday, honorary colonel Tom Moore. And let's think about what we can do. Finally, those that were here early, you saw some pictures of my garden. I have a really important thing to show you now, and this is my goodbye picture. I've got a bush there that I thought was dying, that had buds that were closed for nearly 2 years. Through the winter, the buds were closed. About a month ago, something amazing happened. Well, I watered it. That was quite amazing. It's under the shed. The shed some of you will recognize from featuring in the Best in European movie. This plant was, all the buds were closed. I watered it, I looked after it, and now you'll see. So this is my analogy for people who haven't practiced very much. That bush was not very good condition for the last 2 years. And after a bit of TLC, the most beautiful red plants. And for many of you, I hope that's you, blossoming with some new ideas and some new energy. So thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We'll do some ideas to make our lyrical playing more beautiful, with phrasing, with vibrato, with tone color. If you haven't downloaded those exercises yet, please can you do that? They're there on the Steven Mead Euphonium Club. Have a lovely day, everybody. Stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.